High paid Fiverr jobs in 2021. Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you the top paying Fiverr jobs that you can opt for in 2021 and what are the different niches that are going to give you the maximum amount of profit. So let's get into it. First off, before I jump into those niches and those categories, we're going to discuss what Fiverr is. Now, Fiverr is a platform where you can sell your talents and your skills, and you can find other skills as well. So to sell your talents, you're just going to click on become a seller. And then from here, you're going to just create your Fiverr account. You're going to list what kind of work you do. So if you're a designer, musician, voiceover artist, writer, video editor, whatever you're doing, and you're just going to create a account, and then you're going to create a gig is basically your talent or what you can provide, the service that you are willing to provide. So let's just say if you're willing to write some articles, you can say, oh, I charge $500 for maybe 3 months worth of articles, or you can say you charge $0.8 per word for an article and you can write up to 8 articles a week, so on and so forth. You're going to create your gig. After that, you are going to get your gig. So someone is going to book you and reserve you, and a person will actually make a offer or deal with you. Once your deal is done, you're going to deliver your work and then you're going to get paid. Now, this is just how Fiverr works. This is just the basics, and we're going to move on to the actual niches that are going to give you the most amount of profits. And this is not only applicable only to Fiverr, but if you go on other freelancing platforms such as Upwork, you can search for these gigs as well and create gigs like these. Or in Upwork, for example, over there people will actually post their ads for an open position and you're going to apply for that position. So apply for these kinds of positions to garner the maximum amount of profits if you're able to accomplish these goals. Now, first off, we have video editing. Now, in today's time, everybody needs a video editor, and you can see there are different types of video editing as well. So you can go into a specific niche to make more profit and to have less competition. But the general umbrella term you should definitely use is video editing. And you can see usually video editing gigs can be really expensive or they can even be pretty cheap, but a standard rate is about $35, $25. If you have that price point, you're going to get so many gigs and you're going to get booked very often. You should start off at $25 or $20, and then you can increase the pay you want and start editing longer videos. So you can say everyone needs a video editor. Facebook videos, businesses, small businesses, large businesses, chain stores, TikTokers, music videos, YouTube videos, all these platforms require a video editor. So even though it's a very saturated market, it's a market that will still get you booked, and it's a market that will still get you some high paying gigs. Now, moving on to our second Fiverr gig, which is website development. Now, website development can be created using a lot of the free web designers that are available. Even if you don't have any coding experience at all, you can just create a website using Wix, using Squarespace. You can use MailChimp, you can use GoDaddy, you can use Google Sites as well. So any of those web developers, if you just use those and you create a website and you can sell them over here in website development. So create a gig on website development and make sure you do mention that you don't code your website, so people know that they're signing up for that and not a coded website, because you don't want to give a false image or a false narrative. Now you can see a popular gig is WordPress website, and you can see over here, even in your suggestions, you're gonna get WordPress websites. Now, WordPress websites are very popular, and the WordPress platform is pretty easy to use once you get a hang of it. And you can see people are charging upwards of $150 to $400 to design a WordPress website. And it's very simple. You can use WordPress for free as well, using Pantheon and using Elementor. And that way you're not even going to pay for WordPress itself. Now, you can even get upwards of $100 even at your starting gigs just by creating a WordPress website that will usually require you less than an hour or less than 2 hours, and you're going to be done with the website. And it's especially useful because you can just YouTube a WordPress tutorial. I even have a few WordPress tutorials that you can watch and create a WordPress website by using those tutorials, and just by after that you're just going to create your Fiverr gig and you're going to start doing it yourself for other clients as well. Now moving on to the third gig, we have mobile app development. Now mobile app development is obviously a specific niche, and I'm not going to say that this is a very easy niche that you can enter. This is not an easy market. You will have to have some kind of coding experience, or you're going to have some design experience, and you can make basic calculators and very simple applications even without coding experience. But obviously you will have to have some basic skills regarding coding if you want to make any kind of custom mobile app. But you can even offer your services as a mobile app designer, and that will make your work a bit easier, and you can collaborate with a developer, and the developer can do the development aspect, they can do the coding aspect, and you can do the design elements only. And this will help you because you're not going to have to do any of the groundwork. You're not going to have to lay down the strong foundation of the app, but you're just going to do the little sprinkle on top, and it's going to have your entire touch on the entire application as well. And it's still a very high paying job. Now, moving on to number 4, we have graphic designing. Now, graphic designing is very, very, very lucrative, and you can make flyers, you can make posters, you can make banners, you can make digital advertisements, you can make business cards. There are so many things related to graphic designing here on Fiverr that you can do, and they're paying very well, especially even if as a beginner. If you have good work, you're easily going to climb up, and you can just use Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro for video editing, and you can use Adobe Photoshop for your graphic designing, and those are the only 2 applications you're really going to need for any of these 2 niches, and you can get started on your work. You can see even in the graphic design category, you have Photoshop editing, you have flyer design, and more. And if you just click on graphic design and press space, you can see you have graphic t-shirt designs as well. You have website graphic designs. You can create logos, and logos are another very lucrative subcategory within graphic designing that I have found, because it's very, very easy to create a logo. And you can see people are charging upwards of $175, and they're getting this money, and this person has 328 reviews, so people are purchasing their logos from this person. So you can aim for that level as well. When you're starting out with creating logos, obviously you're going to opt for a lower price, around $10-15. Keep it around that limit, and once you start getting booked, you're going to increase your price as well, and make sure that the content you're delivering is good. And you can even design logos using Canva, even if you don't know how to use Photoshop as well. But I would suggest that you learn how to use Photoshop from a tutorial on YouTube, and then move on to creating your gig here on Fiverr. Now, after that, we have our last category for today, which is copywriting. Now, copywriting is very simple. It's the most basic. It's the category that you're not really going to have to require any basic skill for, because copywriting is very easy. In terms of general understanding, you're not going to have to be tech savvy. You're not going to have to search up on it. You're just going to have to add some basic SEO tools, and once you add those to your copywriting, you're going to have a very good article, script, educational assignment, essay, whatever you're writing. You can have that very easily compiled just by using Grammarly and a SEO tool. You're going to have 100%, 0% plagiarized. You're going to have a top-notch content in your writing. So these are the 5 basic categories that I think are the best paying categories here on Fiverr, and you can suggest some more in the comments below. But I think in terms of saturation to conversion, so the amount of money that you're actually going to generate from these gigs, is very high. Even though you might say that these are such cliche categories and they're so popular, they're popular for a reason. People are booking these categories, and that's why there are so many people joining them, because even if you're just starting out, you're still gonna get gigs. And if you want to make sure that you are getting booked at the start, you're just gonna reduce your price. So if at the start you're offering video editing and no one's booking you, you're just gonna reduce your price, do 1 or 2 projects at a very, very minimum price, and then you can once you get a few reviews in your Fiverr gig, then you're just going to increase your price as well. You can see over here, this person only has 7 reviews, but they're at the front page because they are doing a good job, and you're going to provide a good sample of your work as well. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will catch you guys in the next video.